everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Britt, and if you haven't subscribed yet, you probably should because I talk about geeky things, but sometimes I sit at my computer and I play The Sims. Lately I've been wanting to do a couple of different builds. One, I want to build this house, however, not my unit at all. I want to build the upstairs unit, the main level, and then the upstairs, because in a matter of months, I'll be moving into that unit upstairs, and my parents will actually be moving into this unit down here. And so I wanted to figure out how I would decorate upstairs and how I would move things around upstairs to try and make it more my own, and painting and stuff like that. So I'm going to show you guys what that looks like now. So I already built the house as a speed build, so I'm going to have you guys watch that first, and then we're going to jump right in to me decorating the house. So here we go. So here I am getting ready to start building the house. Now I do want to make one thing very clear, just for security purposes. While yes, the basic shape of the house and the inside of the house are identical to what exists in real life, I do want to make it abundantly clear that I did alter the outside of the house enough so that nobody who doesn't know me in real life will be able to pinpoint my house in real life. So because I do currently live here, I didn't want there to be really anything that would make people know where I live. So many things have been altered. I won't say exactly what has been altered, but many things have been altered to make the outside not look quite the right way. So while the general shape is correct, the rest of it is not. So one thing that I will say about this house is that it has a half story upstairs. So The Sims doesn't really cater well to half stories, so I had to make it a 2-story house. So that's why the outside looks as weird as it does. Just bear in mind, the house actually only has a half story on that second level. So you really don't see that second level because it's like a 6-foot ceiling upstairs. But either way, everything else looks pretty much the same. After I showed my parents the final product of what we're doing here, they were both very impressed that I was able to create the house in such a kind of a perfect way. They didn't see it before when it was completely empty, but they saw the final product. And there are a couple things that I did do, like I said, on the outside that are not quite right. That I might, now that I'm not airing this on the internet anymore, might actually go and fix and actually make it look more like the actual outside of our house. So right there on the side, we do have a 3-season porch that exists. So it is made of wood. And I struggled a bit with the window placements here just because I always struggle with window placement. I really like the color of this house. I'm not going to say whether or not it's the color of the house I actually live in, but I do like the color of the house itself. I actually had a lot of fun building this house. I had built this house in The Sims 3 at one point, and I found it to be very difficult to actually build. And I can't remember if I went up or if I went down, because kind of like with this house, I couldn't have gone down because the stairs that you see going up, right underneath them are stairs going down. And I don't think you can do that in The Sims 4. I know you couldn't do that in The Sims 3. So it just made making the house as it exists very, very difficult. So because I didn't care about doing my unit downstairs, I didn't even bother putting in the basement, or not basement, but in this game it would have been a basement. It's actually a walkout, which is why it's a mother-in-law suite now down here. And I am putting in yellow cabinets. Now, the cabinets that actually exist in the house, if you watch my vlogging channel or if you've seen my cooking videos, you would know that the cabinets aren't actually that yellow. They're actually a very like creamy yellow, but they're still yellow. And so I wanted to kind of depict that yellow and I only had so many options with The Sims. So I feel like the kitchen really turned out great. It's almost identical to the way that the kitchen is. I mean, honestly, the inside of this house really turned out great. It's a lot easier in The Sims 4 than it was in The Sims 3. I think my biggest struggle, if I remember correctly, in The Sims 3 was trying to actually create the dual-sided fireplace, which was, I don't know why I didn't just, do what I did here in The Sims 4. But I did struggle with that in The Sims 3. I do remember that. I really struggled with the placement of the kitchen, how the kitchen should be placed to make it as realistic as possible. You'll see me kind of going inside the house to see, does this look right from eye level? Because it's kind of hard to tell from that angle, from the above angle. And here I am rebuilding the upstairs with the stairs having moved. There are 2 bedrooms and a hallway up in that upstairs unit, or in that upstairs, a half story upstairs. And I think I explain when I'm actually like putting the house together. I do think I actually indicate like what those rooms are, but one of them is the one I currently use for my home office while I'm working from home. And the other one is my dad's Corvette room, or what he likes to call his man cave. I just don't like that term. So I call it his Corvette room. And then the lower level has 1 bedroom. It used to be 2 bedrooms. The library is used to be a bedroom. So if you see my vlogging channel or have been on my channel long enough to have seen the library, because I used to shoot my videos in the library constantly. The bathroom was another one that was really kind of hard to put together, just because, one, we don't have dual sinks. And that does eventually go away. I think I actually took that out after the video was done. I don't think I took that out until my parents were looking at it. I do take out the dual sink, but I can't handle it not being centered. So that's why, because it was 2 cabinets, I just put it in a dual sink. And then we do have the shelving unit that my dad built right by the sink like that holds towels. Was one of my things I was trying to do, was put towels on it. And I know I could have cheated and gotten it done, but I just didn't want to bother. It wasn't really the point. The point was just to build the shell at this point, the shell of the house with just the kitchen and the bathroom in place. But there are 2 bathrooms in this house, one in my unit and one in my parents' unit. And fun fact, it's actually not a shower bath combo. It is just a shower, but it's an oversized shower. So I could have created that, I guess, through just using the shower from like university, from the university pack. I had such trouble with placement of things. I got to the bedroom and I realized, oh, this doesn't work at all. But yeah, that's where the bedroom is, and just behind the staircase. And then that room I just built right there, that was going to be, or that is the library. And it used to be a bedroom. When my dad first bought this house, it was a bedroom. And he eventually just made it a library. He made a library and had created these beautiful, I mean, if you've seen my vlogging channel, or if you've watched my videos long enough to have seen the library, he built these beautiful shelves that he's going to take with him to their new house they're building. So I didn't know that until we started talking about it. My puppy is playing in the background, so if you are hearing that noise, that is just my puppy playing in the background in his crate. All the floors in this house on the main level are hardwood, except for in the bathroom and the hallway to the kitchen and in the kitchen. And they don't look like those tiles. We don't have those tiles in The Sims 4. Those are the only tiles that look almost like the tiles we actually have. I really liked the way this turned out. Like, I was so impressed when I was done. The only thing, of course, is we don't have the coat closet that's over by the bedroom entrance, and then there is no closet in the bedroom. I do put mirrors up to signify where the closet is, because it is all the closet doors are just mirrored doors. So we're back up in the half story now, and I'm trying to do proper placement of things, and I realized that wasn't quite right, so I needed to alter that a little bit. So I did. I realized the roofing was so off because I'd already been altering so much. So that's what I'm fixing now. And then my dad's Corvette room, which I don't put anything in for Corvette stuff, but yeah, I think this house really turned out great. I genuinely do. I really like the way this turned out. Even my parents were like, this looks like the house. Again, altered the outside a little bit so that you wouldn't be able to figure out my house from the street. Again, I'm not going to say what I altered, but I altered things. So you'll see there I put in bookcases to signify where Dad's built-ins were or are. And again, after this video was shot, he had advised me that if I'm going to just redo the color, because there are these beautiful mahogany, it's not mahogany wood, but it's this mahogany stain. He goes, so if you're just going to redo it, I'm just going to take them with me. And I was like, oh, okay. He's like, and you can put whatever you want in there. And I was like, okay, sounds good. So now I've got some options of things to do, and I could just put my calyxes in there. I think that would be really nice. I did take a little bit of a break, I see, from building here. Probably taking the puppy out or the big dog out or something. But you can kind of see here how that looks. I did put fans in where there are actually fans in the house. I do want to redo those fans, but that's the house, and that's where I end it, because I wasn't gonna. We will go in and furnish it now. It is finally cold enough in the state of Minnesota. Not that I want it to be cold, but for me to start wearing sweatshirts again. And I'm very happy about it. Okay, so welcome to the house that I currently live in. So a couple of things about this particular house. Obviously, this is built as close to what I could make in The Sims from what is in real life. And that's kind of where we're at. I also did not finish the top floor here. I just realized this when I showed my mother what I had done. So let's quickly do that. So the upstairs is fully carpeted at the moment. And so that's what that looks like. And then this room in here has blue walls. And then this one has white walls, and this for some reason is one room. I don't know why, but it just is. Like, this is all one room. I don't know what exactly happened when I made this house, why that glitched the way it did, but it did. It glitched that way, so we're just gonna have to live with it. That's fine. Okay. So this is our half story upstairs. This is all that exists upstairs. And then this is the main level. And then right underneath this staircase is another staircase going down, which goes into my unit. But we're not going to talk about my unit at all because I'm moving up into my parents' unit. Sometime in the next year, I will be moving up into my parents' unit. So I am very excited about that. But anyway, so this is what the house looks like. So this is the living room. This is the entry, kitchen, bathroom. This is the one bedroom, aside from the two that are upstairs, technically. And I say technically because there aren't actually any closets in those bedrooms. There's no, that's not true. There's only one closet in one bedroom, and then there's no closet in the other bedroom. Then my dad's like, well, but there's a closet right outside. I'm like, but that isn't in the bedroom. Anyway, and then this used to be a bedroom. When my dad first bought the house, this was a bedroom, but he turned it into a library, which I'm sure you guys have seen this room. This is where, if you guys have watched my videos long enough, you will have actually remember back when I did my videos in that room. I also used to do my videos right here on the island. And yes, I did make the cupboards yellow. There is a reason for that, and that is because they are actually yellow. They're a very creamy yellow, like a very off-white yellow, but they're yellow regardless. So this is what the house looks like. There's a service door over here that we never use, though Amazon thinks we should, because that's where they put all of our packages. Even when we block that door completely, they will still find a way to climb over things to put the packages there, even though we do not like shovel over there. We do not clear the path in any way, shape, or form. Like, there is genuinely no reason they believe we should be using that door, but Amazon thinks we should be using that door. So maybe I should start using that door. Oh, great Jeff Bezos. Anyway, but yeah, so this is this stairway that would go down then into my unit. This is a 3-season porch over here. But that's pretty much it. It's not a big house. It's a very small house. So the way that we have the house set up right now, because we are slaves to where the cable used to be. We don't have cable anymore, but up until earlier this year we did. The cable is right here. So we have the TV in this corner. My dad's recliner is right here. The couch is right here. And then my chair is like stuffed in this corner over by the fireplace. That's not how I'm going to orient the living room this time around. Matter of fact, I'm thinking about making this like a small little dining area. And then the living room will be over here. So I've got this blank wall. I did realize I did also forget this window. There is actually also a window that goes right here. There we go. Okay, that's better. Okay, there is this blank wall right here that there's plenty of space on. So we'll start with the living room, how I want to orient the living room. This won't be perfect because the couch that I'm looking at right now is going to be, actually, you know what? You know where we should really start? Let's actually start with the walls because I'm going to repaint all of them. I don't like white walls, but I do like gray ones. So I'm literally going to paint every single wall in this house gray, including the bathroom, if I can make my thing go. Okay. So literally every single wall is going to be gray. This upstairs is like so glitched anyway. It's not a big deal. Our upstairs is glitched because it is, like I said before, a half story, and I don't understand half stories, but okay. So that's where we're going to start. We're going to start with painting every single wall gray, okay? Because I like gray walls. I don't like white ones. I like gray ones. Okay, so let's start with the living room. So the couch that I'm looking at is going to be a sectional, and I don't think I have any of there is, I think, one kit that allows us to make sectionals, but I don't think I have that kit. So, because I don't buy kits because I find that to be an actual waste of money, but there was like 1 or 2 kits that I did buy just because I was weak. Anyway, I now have a 42-inch screen TV that I've not set up yet. I won a 42-inch screen TV at work, so that's going to just be mounted right there. Now, I'm not going to be able to use the correct things, but I've got my calyxes. As you guys are well aware, I'm a big fan of calyxes. You can see the little one right over here. I do have them, and they do have calyxes in here. They have the big one, though. Whereas I can never find it when I'm actually looking for it. When I'm not looking for it, it pops out at me like nobody's business. Here it is, I found it. They do have like the big calyx. This is essentially what they look like. But most of mine kind of cut off that third piece, that like a third row. And so that's what most of mine look like. So it's not going to really work with what I want to do. But essentially what I would be doing is I would be doing one of my tall calyxes here, one then I would lay down on its side, and then another one right here standing up. So that's essentially what I would do if I could, but I can't. So we're just going to play around with it. And I do want to paint them. They are currently black, but I do want to paint them. I'm thinking like a really nice deep teal. Speaking of which, we need to put up I did forget one other thing. We do also want, see, that's not teal. They don't really have the teal that I'm kind of looking for. It's like between this and this, but we'll just go with this anyway. No, that's too hunter green. We're going to just go with this one. Okay. So I do want to do like accent walls like that. And then I think this one would be here. And I do want to change the color of these as well, to a gray, if gray existed. So we'll just go with white just for fun, I guess. But this is essentially what that room would look like. This room would look like here. And then my bedroom, which will be this one, will also do that same teal accent, because I am moving more in a direction. I used to be very modern. My interior design taste used to be very, very modern. They have since started going more nautical. So that's kind of the direction that I'm going to be going with the upstairs here. Anyway, so to kind of play with the idea that I've got, we're going to go ahead and just do this guy here. I don't think we can do the color that I'm looking for. This is about as close as I can get. So we'll just go with this guy here. So it's going to look kind of like this with a piece in the middle, which I think if we click this guy here, it'll give us something similar. This is custom content, but it'll do. We'll just do that. So that kind of gives you the idea of what that's supposed to inevitably look like. So this is where the TV will be set up, because again, I'm not a slave to where the cable is anymore. I don't need to worry about that so much, which is kind of nice. And then the couch will go back here. And again, it's going to be a sectional, and I don't think I have the capability of doing a true sectional. Maybe, well, I've got custom content where I could do a sectional. So since we're going custom content, we may as well go custom content. This is going to be blue. So it's going to look like this. I just don't know how to do, like, so that's not, I mean, I guess we could do it like that. It's not exactly what it's going to look like, but I don't know how to make this one work. No, so that's dumb. Let's not do that. We're just going to do regular couches for right now, just for the sake of doing them. Where is this one? Can I make like a nice, like the blue that I'm kind of looking at doing with this one? Not really. I guess we'll just go with this guy for now. But essentially, so there would be a sectional that would kind of look like this. Obviously, there would be a piece in the middle. Where's one of those like poofs? Can I find one of those poofs? Where's a poof? Where's a poof? Where's a poof? There's one. This one will do the trick. Just to kind of... Okay, that's dumb. All right, well, just to give you an idea, this won't be two couches. This will actually be like a sectional, but this is how the living room will kind of look, which I kind of really love. And then I want to get a nice nautical rug. I don't think nautical rugs really exist in The Sims 4, so we can just do something like this, and we'll make it, oops, that's the wrong one. We can make it a little bit bigger. There. Do like a nice little nautical rug. Just like that. Oh, isn't that gonna, oh, that's gonna be so nice. I like that already. Okay, that's fine. I'm just getting I think this fan is slightly off. I think the fan and light are more like right over here. Because this was supposed to be where the living room was supposed to be. But because my dad put an archway here, it just made the living room super awkward. So I think the living room is supposed to be like over in this direction because that's where the fireplace is. And this used to be a full wall. So you would just, and that's why the cable was over here, because you could just put the TV right here. But that might, because the door to this bedroom used to be actually over here. This is slightly off. That's fine. It's fine. It's whatever. There's also like a coat closet over here too. So it's not perfect, but it's pretty darn close. So then we're going to look at doing our small little, wow. I want to do actually like a high top, but I don't think high tops exist in The Sims 4 because why would they? So we're just going to have fun with like this guy and then little seats like this. Okay. So that's kind of how that's going to go. And I'll probably try to center that underneath the fan as best I can. So that's what the living room / dining is going to kind of look. Oh my God, I love it. I love it. Oh, I'm really kind of getting excited about moving upstairs. Not going to lie. Okay. So this is kind of what it's going to look like. And then my thought is I would do the Christmas tree right here. In this corner, which I think would be really, really nice. A really nice spot for the Christmas tree. And then we could get a bigger table for Christmas dinner. And now let's move on to the office. So the office is right here. I've got 3 places that I'm going to do videos. I've got at my desk right here. I've got in front of the bookcase right here. And then I've got this little love seat that I'm going to redo. So my grandparents, my Polish grandpa and my Norwegian grandma, my mom's parents, they had these, this living room set. They're really ugly. But they gave them to us when they moved down to the Chicago area, for the end of their lives. Well, I mean, they were down there for like Grandma was down there for nearly 20 years, but Grandpa more like 10, but and that's only just because he passed away 10 years before my grandma did. Anyway, so we still have one. We still have the love seat, and it's ugly. But I love it, and it's something that reminds me of my grandma and my grandpa. So my mom and I are going to redo it. We're going to recover. We're going to create covers for the cushions, for the back cushions, and then the seat cushion. And then we're going to redo the wood as well. And so that's going to sit right here. And that's where I'm going to do my wine story times when I move upstairs, which I'm very excited about. We're going to make it look super nautical. It's going to be super nice. It's going to be great. I'm going to love it. And then, like I said, we're going to have a desk right here. And I'll also do videos in front of this bookcase. It looks nothing like this, but that's that bookcase right there. So that's how that's going to go. And it's going to be so nice. Okay, so let's work on my office. Okay, so for my office, my dream has always been to have like an L-shaped desk. Like, is that a weird dream to have? Is that like a super duper weird dream to have? Like, that's just always been the dream for me. I don't know why. It just has always been my dream to have a nice little L-shaped desk like that. Okay? Don't poo-poo on my dreams. Do not poo-poo on my dreams. It's not going to work in The Sims 4, but just so you guys get an idea, that's what it's going to actually look like. But we're going to do just a regular desk for right now. But don't poo-poo on my dreams. I have always wanted an L-shaped desk. Don't ask me why. I had one when I was a real estate agent. I wouldn't anymore because they changed out that desk. Maybe they didn't. Maybe that was a dream. Did I not go to my real estate office recently? I don't think I did. I do genuinely think that was a dream. I did. I dreamt that I went back to my real estate office for a visit, and I got to see my old office, and Chris, the guy I shared the office with, who I'm still friends with, had completely redone it. And there nope, that was definitely a dream. That just did not happen. So then there's my desktop computer. Wow. I actually have dual monitors, but they don't have dual monitors in The Sims because God forbid they have dual monitors in The Sims. Okay. Then we've got the couch. This is actually very similar to what the couch looks like. But that's not what it looks like because that's not ugly as hell. But that's actually probably as close to what it's going to look like in real life. It's actually going to look like this, like the wood. Well, if that's... It's frozen. Hold on. Hold the phone. Okay. The wood is going to look like this, but the cushions are going to be similar to this. So we're just going to go with this because this is going to be similar to what the cushions are going to be. The cushions aren't going to look like this at all, but close. The cushions are going to be very nautical. It's going to be very like thin pinstripey, like blue pinstripe with white cushions essentially. But that's as close as I think we'll be able to find. But this is exactly like the wood arms, the wood base, and then just cushions on top to make it somewhat comfortable. So that's essentially what this is going to look like. And now that that happened, I'm going to save because it's The Sims. It's going to crash, I'm sure. So this is what the office is essentially going to look like. There is another chair that I also want to have redone very similarly. And I think the closest chair to that is this guy right here. This is what it kind of looks like. It's green, but I'm going to do it in blue. This blue does not go at all. This is actually pretty close. I don't like the star, but that's pretty close to what the chair looks like. We call it Winter's Throne. Oh, this is pretty close, but this doesn't come in blue. This is also pretty close. It's an oversized chair. It's called Winter's Throne. And the reason why we call it Winter's Throne, this is actually pretty close too. Yeah, we'll go with that. Why not? The reason why we call it Winter's Throne is because this cat that I had growing up, maybe I'll put it in this corner. That would be a nice place to put it. There is like a spot in this corner. I wonder if it would fit there. Doubt it. It's pretty small, but we can pretend it'll fit there right now because this is much larger of a corner without the bookshelves than actually exists, and it's a pretty big chair. But anyway, we call it Winter's Throne because I used to have a cat named Winter. He was a Maine Coon Siamese mix, so he looked like a Himalayan essentially, but he just didn't have the scrunched up nose and he was massive. And he was a chocolate point, not a seal point, but whatever. Anyway, his name was Winter because he came to us during winter. So me, being the best namer in the world, named him Winter. I also had a hamster named Hamsty. And I currently name my animals after cars or space things. Or technically Cosmo's beverage, an alcoholic beverage. His name is Cosmopolitan, but we call him Cosmo. Actually, his name isn't even Cosmopolitan. It kind of is, because that's where the name derives from, but his name is Cosmo, but actually his AKC name is Cosmo the Fairly Odd Puppy. But that was another joke at one point that happened when people were like, oh, you mean like from the Fairly Odd Parents? I'm like, not even a little. Not that I don't like the Fairly Odd Parents. I love it. But that's not where his name came from. And then Apollo, I just went with a space theme. And there's also a car called the Apollo and the Nova Corvette Casey. Her real name was Cadenza. Cadenza actually did not come from a car, but it is now a car from Kia, and I love that. And Cobalt. So like I said, I didn't name Corvette either. That is not a name I named Cadenza. We eventually renamed her Casey because nobody wanted to call her Cadenza, but I did. Anyway, as if you needed a quick history lesson of how bad I am at naming animals, I also named a cat named Jason, but that was because I was in love with the Power Ranger Jason. I mean, I got to meet Austin St. John, and I'm still kind of on a high from that. Anyway, not the point. You know what I picture in here? I picture in here a rug. Whoa. Maybe like, well, yeah, maybe something like this. Like I was thinking like either a round rug or a nice long rug. But we can do like that. Like, I like that. I like that. I like that. Yeah, that's nice. Why isn't that nice? That's nice. Let's go look at this again. Look how nice this is. I'm in love. I'm in love with what will eventually be my living room. Okay, let's move on into here. So this area of the house has always been kind of a weird spot because we have never known what exactly to do with it. We used to cram our dining room table right here. That didn't work. Right now we have a love seat that we got. So an older couple, one of them has passed away. The other one is now in assisted living, actually like memory care. But this older couple that we've been friends with since the kids were young. I mean, they didn't have kids. So they basically adopted my sister and my brother-in-law as kids. And they treated my nieces and my nephew like kids, like their grandkids. And so ever since my twin nieces were really young and they started going, my sister and my brother-in-law started going to the church they used to go to. This couple had always been part of our lives. So they've been part of our lives for a long time. But Pat had just recently passed, the wife, and Ron is currently in memory care. So they ended up selling off their house and all of their things. And we ended up with what I now sit in as my recliner in the living room that, like I said, is crammed in this little corner over here right now. My Winter's Throne, which is where I used to sit, is now over here in this area. And I kind of still miss sitting in that chair because that was more comfortable than the chair that I currently sit in. But the love seat now sits right here. So I don't know what to do with this entrance at all. I think what I would probably do, I don't even know. I genuinely don't even know what to do with this area, this flex space area. Like there's no room for anything. But one thing, and I realized I forgot to paint my cupboards. I am going to be painting the cupboards too and be putting in a backsplash. So let's do that real quick too. So for the cupboards, we're going to, I would love to do like a deep blue like that. I would love to do that. Or like a light blue like that. I don't know. Like I genuinely don't know what I really want to do. I've also been thinking about going like in a teal direction, but a deep blue. What would that look like? The only problem with doing a deep blue is that it's going to be harder to sell because white kitchens. I'm sorry if you like a white kitchen. I hate white kitchens. I also hate where the fridge is in this kitchen. But this is genuinely where the fridge is. There's the pantry And then there's this empty space so you can get to the pantry, and then there's the fridge. But if you ever open up the fridge, you can't walk through here. It's really annoying. So you have to come all the way around like this and come into the kitchen like this if somebody's at the fridge. Anyway, not the point. I don't know. It would make it really hard to sell. So I kind of want to go with a lighter color for that purpose. So let's go with the teal that I was thinking, close to the teal that I was thinking of. I was kind of thinking going teal, which gives it a little bit lighter color, which is kind of nice. I'd probably do a slightly, where's the teal? I'd probably go slightly lighter than this, but yeah, that's kind of nice. And then I am going to actually do backsplash. There currently isn't anything for backsplash, and I want to do a subway tile. I was thinking about going with a teal subway tile too. Probably just on one wall though. But would that be too much teal? Is there such a thing as too much teal? I don't know. I really like the color teal. I also really like the color, I like any form of the color blue, and I also like really any form of the color green. So mix those two together and they're great. I don't know, for right now, I guess we can just go with that. That's fine. Okay, so kitchen. This is also not what the tile looks like at all, but we don't have this tile in The Sims 4. The tile that we actually have, we don't have in The Sims 4. You're gonna be hearing that a lot. That stuff doesn't exist in The Sims 4. Anyway. So, then we have the bar stools. Bar stools, I've kind of thought I'd want to go with something more this style of bar stool. Just like that. Yeah, I like that. See, that's so nice. And then maybe just something sitting over here. Maybe this is where Winter's Throne can go. Come here, Winter's Throne. Maybe Winter's Throne can just come over here. Just one massive chair just in the house. I'm thinking what I'll actually do is like maybe this corner. That would really cut off a lot of space. No, you know what? Winter's Throne can't go there. Never mind. I lied. That's not going to happen even a little. Okay, Winter's Throne, you can go back over there. Okay. But maybe it wouldn't be so bad to have some kind of just seating area like we currently have, just kind of a place to sit maybe. I don't know. Okay, we're going to leave that as a flex area for right now. Then we've got this, which I've always said we should just get rid of this door and make this like a main level washer dryer, but that's not going to happen. Then we got the bathroom. The bathroom can stay as it is. Oh, you know what? Didn't paint that. Okay. So the bathroom can really stay as is. This is actually not super, I mean, it is, but it's also not what the bathroom actually looks like. Basic layout is correct. This is a lot of space for that toilet. That toilet does not have that much space. Anyway, let's move on to the bedroom. So bedroom, my parents currently have their bed along this wall. They originally had their bed along this wall, but I kind of liked the idea of doing the bed along this wall again. And so the closest that I can really come across that would be something that I would actually have is like this. Though this was back when I wanted more of a modern look. I actually have a new bedspread that I want to buy. I just haven't gotten it yet. We'll just go with that for now. That's not hurting anybody. It's not hurting anybody. I wanted to get a new bed, like a new frame. And then I also want to get new bedding. As you can see behind me, I've lost my shams. My shams are gone. Well, I have one, but it's fine. We're over it. I've lost the dryer ate one of my shams. Okay. The dryer ate it. It's gone. It's gone forever. And I don't know what happened to it. Anyway. And then just simple bedside tables. Cause you know what I'd love to actually do? You know what the dream is? Pendant lights. That's the dream. That or sconces. That's the dream. Anyway, so then, oh, this video is going to be interesting. So we're going to go ahead and get the one that we can put up on the wall, but my bed TV is nowhere near that size. It's like this. But my dream, what my goal would be then is to have, yes, it sit like this, but like have it be on one of those things that you can like pull out so it can sit up against the wall. And then when I'm ready to sleep, it'll just kind of pull out, and then I would just sleep over on this side so I can fall asleep to the TV. That's kind of the goal. And then along here, I really should just kind of like, oops, Why did I do that? That was silly. I will actually have to do this because this is a thing that exists. This is actually a very large closet. And the closet door are all mirrors. This is all just one big closet right there. It just doesn't exist in The Sims 4. I mean, we do have closets in The Sims 4, but that just takes up way too much space. And I wanted to try and keep this as simple as possible. So that really, we don't have like a lot of space on this wall. That's why if you're like, well, why don't you put it over on this wall? That's because that's where the closet is. And it's just a wall of mirrors. And then the other goal is to actually have like a vanity. So the current desk that I'm using, it's a Calyx desk. So I've got a Calyx shelf right here, and then like this like just workstation. So I'm basically going to turn this into a vanity, and the goal is to put it over here. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna use this one, I guess, again. Something like this. I don't know. See, that's where I'm going to have a little bit of trouble because I do want to put that in there. I'm just not sure where it's going to go. But this is what the main level is going to kind of look like when I take over the main level. I mean, this is going to be kind of fun. I'm not going to do anything in here because this is... Hello. Oops. Why? Okay, anyway, we're over it. I'm not gonna really do anything here because there's really not much to do in here. Just because it is a 3-season porch. So unless we make it a 4-season porch, then I would just make another sitting area. Or I would put the dining stuff out here. That's another option too. But I kind of like having the dining spot right here. Like, oh my God, this is gonna be so nice. Like, what? Okay, now I kind of want to change the color of this though, since everything else seems to be kind of this white accent. I'm just gonna do that. These walls are very light. It's going to be gray, okay? Now that I've got stuff in there, now it all looks white. And I don't like white walls. White walls are the worst. White kitchens are the worst. Don't ever bring me into a house where there is a white kitchen and white walls because I will simply just go, this is too white. Can't handle it. Okay. Mind you, also there's going to be paintings on the walls because my mother and I are both doing paintings. So I'm doing a lot of, I'm going to be doing a lot of nautical art, and my mom is currently making me, an orca, and it's beautiful and I love it. I'm going to do some orca art as well, but I'm going to be more abstract. My mom is more realistic, so I'm loving it. Anyway, but this is what the main level is going to kind of look like. Oh my goodness, I'm in love. This is how the house should be designed. Anyway, so there's that. My dad's echo is going off. Anyway, so let's move on to the upstairs. So this room right now is what I use as my office at the moment because I don't work down here anymore full time because the puppy gets a little too rambunctious and a little loud when I'm trying to work. Plus, I like having this desk be mine. I like not having to disconnect my monitor and reconnect it every week. So now I have an office up here. I'm probably still going to keep it my work office. So right now it's as simple as I have a desk right here and I have a desk chair. It's a really uncomfortable desk chair right there. Actually, it's not too bad. I thought it was gonna be super uncomfortable, but it's actually pretty okay. And then I've got, I technically work on a laptop, so we'll just put the laptop there. And I may or may not also have a personal laptop. You know, I actually have dual monitors for that too. My laptop is one monitor. I also have a monitor, like a main monitor as well. But that's essentially what that kind of looks like. I'll probably keep it roughly the same. Probably won't change too much. There is also a TV right here. It's not really hooked up to anything. So I am tempted to get another small smart TV and just mount it there instead. Right now, what we have on that, it's actually like mounted, is like a TV like this. Like genuinely, it's a TV like this. It's just mounted. So I think I might do, just to kind of give it that same vibe, is because there is like actually also a thing right here. We'll just put the TV like this. So it is genuinely like a TV like this. It's not okay. And then there's this weird little alcove that you could theoretically make a closet, but I don't know. But there is like a closet right here all along this wall that my dad's like, that can be used for that bedroom. Like, it's not in the bedroom though. Anyway, so that's that. This right now is my dad's Corvette room. He calls it his man cave. I call it his Corvette room. It's fine. He's going to be dismantling it. I did ask him that question. I said, are you going to dismantle your Corvette room, or am I going to have to deal with your Corvette room? And he's like, no, I'm going to dismantle it. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be my home gym. So as you guys know, I am a martial artist. So I want to get a Sentry Bob, which is a very specific type of punching bag, essentially. It looks like a human. We don't have that in The Sims 4. Shocker. So I'm debating whether or not I want to do this guy, because I like that one too, or if I want to do like just the genuine punching bag in The Sims 4. I think this is more realistic of what the Sentry Bob the Sentry Bob genuinely looks like a person. That's why I like it. It looks like a dude, like it looks like a human being. So I want to do that. I'd also rather an elliptical, but I don't think we have ellipticals in The Sims 4. So we're just going to get a treadmill, and I want to put the treadmill like right here. And then the TV that I currently have here in my bedroom, not my bedroom, sorry, my living room. I want to mount, that's not the one. This is the one. It's slightly smaller. It's like that. I want to mount that on the wall here. Like that. And so then I have, the Sentry Bob that I can be punching and kicking, getting on the elliptical. And then again, I don't think we have like just standalone weights. I don't have the right pack either, I don't think. But we're just going to go ahead just for fun and just going to throw this guy in here, and we'll have like the weights section over here. So that's going to be kind of like what my home gym is going to look like. It's not going to be like a Bowflex kind of situation, because I like freestanding weights. So I'm going to get like kettlebells and dumbbells. I have dumbbells, the kind that you can alter how much weight is on them. You can do that with kettlebells too. I found some on Amazon that I can get where you can do that. I'm also going to see if I can like go to Secondhand Sports and see if I can find them, but versus buying them on Amazon. But I have found that they exist. And I want to get a Sentry Bob, and I want to get an elliptical. But that's going to be my home gym. It's going to have a nice little TV in there. I'm going to make it smart because I have that. It's not a smart TV, but I have an Amazon Fire Stick attached to it. So it's over in my living room. The TV I watch right now is over in my living room. And that's going to be mounted in the gym. And so that's going to be my gym. So before work, after work, whatever, I can just, because I'm probably going to be working at very least a hybrid schedule from home forever. So if I'm at home before work, after work, I can just like go and punch my Bob every once in a while, or run on the elliptical for a half hour or whatever, and then be done for the time being. It's going to be nice. Like it's going to genuinely just be nice. So I like that. But that's essentially what I'm going to do in the house. Theoretically, we are going to get rid of the carpet up here. And this is not what the carpet looks like even a little. The carpet, much like the carpet down here, was laid by my father. He thinks he's Tim Taylor. But the problem is he also thinks he's Tim Taylor. Promise he is Tim Taylor. That's the problem. He's not Al Borland. He's Tim Taylor. He thinks he's good at things, and he's not. Love you, Dad. You're the best. Anyway. But yeah, so we are going to theoretically get rid of the carpet up there, just like we're going to get rid of the carpet down here. We're going to replace the carpet down here, but up there, my mom is thinking to do, not hardwoods, but not laminate, but the other one. Can't think of the name off the top of my head at the moment, but yeah, so that's how this is going to kind of work out. So if we did do that, it would look a little closer to something like this. Then it will look like hardwoods, and hopefully I'd be able to choose, because I would want to go with more this. But if we did get to do it, that's more or less what it looked like. And then I would probably have a rug then in here. Something like that. That's tiny. Can we make it bigger? Oh, let's not do that one though. What rug should I do? Like this one? That one's kind of nice. Yeah, something like that. And then in here it would actually be like mats. So what I would do is I would do something like this. Yeah. And I would lay down mats, but it would be like probably more actually all over the place. We're just gonna pretend like this is a mat, not a rug. But it would be more like this. Oops. More like this, and just lay down mats just for protection, for comfort and protection. So be more like that. That's more or less what I think I would do. So this is what the house would inevitably look like when I take over the main level. It's gonna be so nice, you guys. I'm kind of excited about it. So there you have it. That's what the house is gonna theoretically look like when I take over. It's going to be so nice, you guys. I love my new nautical life. My new nautical life is like killer. Seriously, I love my new nautical life. Do you love my new nautical life? I love my new nautical life. So coming up on the channel, I'm going to build what could have been my childhood house, the house I grew up in had we stayed in Madison, Wisconsin, from memory, because we moved out when I was 4, and I feel like I've got a pretty decent memory of that house still. And then I also want to teach my dad how to build in The Sims 4, and he's going to build their house that they're going to build up on Lake Superior, in The Sims 4 when I teach him how to build in The Sims 4. So I'm very excited. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys enjoy the new upstairs when I move up there. Look at this. It's going to be so nice, you guys. All right, I'm moving on. I'll see you guys all next time. Bye. So there you have it. I actually really like the way it turned out. My parents really liked the way it turned out too. I really think it turned out really great. I was going to film their reaction, but I forgot to do that, so oops. But my parents really liked the way it turned out. I really liked the way it turned out, and I think that it's going to be fantastic. So there we go. But yeah, so if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below, subscribe to this channel. Matter of fact, you can watch my last Sims video right here. It was quite a while ago, and if you can figure out what the algorithm thinks is best for you on my channel right here, click here, subscribe to my vlogging channel, here to my main channel, hit the bell for notifications on both those channels, and I'll see you guys all next time. Bye!